Okay,
Welcome,
so it seems like a beautiful summer's day on Omaha Beach. June 6, 1944, I'm guessing. We have Team PBS
You're all good with the transport truck on the safe, yeah?
against
Yeah, we're all good. Are you?
a mixed team being known as UTC, United something? United Team Coalition, I believe it's called. See if I get that right. United Team Coalition against PBS. That's the one. So PBS is spawning in as allies. They're going to play the allies on this match. And UTC is on the western side. And the midpoint is going to be a Veerville, West Veerville. So I'm going to go hang out there to start. Because I want to get a real overview
on the road in H5 for any tank snoop
of what's going on there. I'm going to actually turn off the audio of the... We're going no voice chat. We're going leadership off. It's going to be just me, chat. It's going to be just me. Let's turn them off. So I'm just the one figuring out what's happening on the fly. I don't want to know their details. Okay, so we got the tanks coming in. Light tank on the north. We've got the supply truck coming in the north that side. With the two medium and light up the middle road. I'm looking. See the trucks coming in here from this side. They're pushing in quite fast. Let's see how many people inside this passenger truck here. It's quite busy. From the PBS infantry squad moving in. Let's follow them in. Let's see where they're going. Okay. And then we're going to have on the other side. Oh, they're coming in from the northern side. It looks like they're going to head for this sector, the northmost sector over here. They're going to be wanting to take control of that sector. It's the same thing I would probably do. They went for the rocket snipe, probably the Garrison rocket snipe there. I think it's a Garrison spot. Okay, and they've got quite a strong force. The Axis have quite a strong force pushing in from front and from the north, where PBS have opted to mainly just face their forces going straight up the middle. They've also got a little team. You see PBS have put quite a strong team over there in the south. I do like that. They're contesting that sector there, trying to get that flank on, that wide flank. And at the same time, we have the light tanks pushing up straight into center point. Guess he wants to get some defense going. But PBS have their light tank as well. Their Stewies over here, putting some damage on, some splash damage on point. Okay, we've lost some soldiers already. Let's see how the cap race is going. UTC is winning the cap race at the moment. Got a nice line hold here by Axis team at the moment, holding the midpoint nicely and holding the northern. The PBS team wedged in between the two forces. But look at this beautiful push coming in from this side, guys. I really like that push coming in from there. See how it's coming in from the side. They're going to push up very nicely here. These two units over here, we've got a support and we got a squad leader over here. They're holding that front door over there. It's going to be hard for those units to push back there. So that's going to be a load of an issue. With the tank, the medium tank controlling the sector there. The tanks are doing a good job over here. I like the tank positioning at the moment. Infantry's coming up from the back here. I don't see much else in terms of activity. UTC is holding this line really nicely here. They've got in control of this. Don't think Panda's going to last much longer there. We've got two players right in front of him. Oh my gosh, Panda with the triple kill. Panda taking out 3 players, but he's not going to last that one. He didn't expect the 4th, I guess. He didn't expect the 4th there. Anyway, we've got a 3v2 situation in the north. Sorry, a 4. We've got an AT soldier there, so they're outnumbered in the north. They're going to need some backup there, I would say. Light tank putting some fire on Stewie. That's not a fight that I see a light tank winning. Yep, there goes Lux. He's down. medium tank still holding the line, but he's a bit isolated right now. And it looks like UTC capping the first point, midpoint, and taking control of the map, with a lot of map control in north over here, west, and even further south. Now, we've got a much better garrison formation at the moment. PBS are slacking massively on their garrisons right now. They've got 2 garrisons up. There's space over here and space over here. They could have had a garrison over there and there by now. That's a bit of a problem. I'd like to see them build a garrison back here in H3. They've got one W71 now. That's good. I'd like to see them get a garrison in H3. I'd like to see them get a garrison here in G6 as well, and in G5, this corner over here, with the tank support and with infantry support. There's no point. They're not going to retake this here. This is, I don't see this as a worthy spent time over here with their tanks getting exposed. I would bring those tanks back. I'd like to see those tanks come back, hold the line a bit over here closer to the garrison for protection. See, look at that. We've got an assault player already on top. Oh, sorry guys, a little bit fast there to go in. Assault player, he was on the tank. I don't know if he got the satchel on. Doesn't look like he got the satchel on. I think he's safe from the satchel. It does look like it. I think the tank survived, but that was too close for comfort, to be honest. We're going to see the tanks coming in now from the UTC side. They're going to be pushing in from this western side now. I mean, that's going to be causing a huge issue. When that tank comes in, he's going to come and pincer those things. Look, medium tank in the north, medium tank in the south. Those 2 tanks are going to be gone soon. And still, we only have these 3 garrisons up for PBS. So, I do need to see a couple more garrisons from PBS at the moment. See how... If you look at the map structure right now from PBS, it's kind of fragmented around here. And the UTC are holding this line beautifully over here, right along here, all the way down the road onto point. Command's going to struggle to build that garrison with George Squad Leader Jope over there. He's going to be working to get that garrison soon. So yeah, unless they can control... There you go, they got that garrison up there in G5. I like the look of that garrison there. That works quite nicely. Right now, there's no weakness in the UTC line. No weakness at all. We've got Diaz going to the back line. There's Assault. I'm not too sure how much damage you can do back there as Assault. I feel like that's not really a great... it's a bit of a waste of resources there. And this truck. You know, we need to get these garrisons up here. You know, we've got no radar system here. Also, the PBS OPs are stacked all on top of each other here. We've got to get more of a spread formation on those OPs. I think when you're playing comp, you don't want to have your OPs too stacked, because one light tank pushed down there or recon tank, all those OPs go. He's going for a counter-attack garrison over here, looks like in the front. That's kind of an issue. Where do UTC not have any nodes up? That's interesting. Why do I not see nodes for UTC? Or maybe I've just not got that setting turned on at the moment. Now we've got this garrison over here in the south.
Incoming at break.
Okay. That's going to be a thing now, I see. Okay. I didn't prepare for that. So yeah, this line is, you see this line fragmenting over here now even further. If we had some backup garrisons there, like I thought earlier, that'd be a really good look over there. But we're going to need some defense on those garrisons. We're going to need some tanks. That heavy tank needs to move up and get a good control of those garrisons here. The only map control we have right now for PBS is this point here. What we need now is we need some garrisons built on these supplies over here north of W71 and south. Looks like it's a little bit too late to the party. Red's already taking control. Yeah, UTC that is really taking control, pushing into WN71. Now, yeah, this garrison line here is pretty good here at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, that's very strong garrison formation, protecting Vierville, everything behind it, holding the line. And I'm not sure where the PBS players are right now, but they need to be getting into this sector and holding this south side sector a little bit. Because look how Love George, they're going to sweep around that side now, start putting pressure. We'd have the Recon tank there. He's a solo Recon tanker, so he's not going to be able to hold that off by himself, that's for sure. And they're keeping those active tank marks, PBS marking those tanks nicely. I'm sure the communication there is great. But we need that heavy tank to come up and put some pressure on that medium. Once heavy tank rolls up here, they're going to have no clue the heavy tank is coming from that side, you know. So once the heavy tank comes up from that angle there, he comes up off the beach into the north here. He could probably take out the medium. But then they'll know where he is, and it's going to be a 1v1 battle, intel battle really. They're having a little dance off here. Where's that dance happening? There it is. Let's go check the dance off. Oh, Stewie's just taken a hit. And he's gone. Nice kill by the medium tank there. But at the same time, we're going to have our friends coming up over here. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have the medium tanks running away. We've got our 7.6 Sherman coming up off the back. Let's see if you can make a play here, chat. Let's see if you can make a play. See, the medium's running away. Too much infantry support though right now. Our medium's not going to be able to push up there and get to those. Our heavy's not going to be able to get to those mediums there, unfortunately for him. And he's taking some big risks here. See, I don't like this right now. He's pushing up straight into the enemy line by himself. He better not go past these barbed wire. Once he goes past this barbed wire, he's way too exposed here. I think that's not a good play there. I'd like to see him holding the line of the barbed wire right now. And he's opting to go through the barbed wire, a risky call. But it does look like PBS have consolidated the center town over here, which I'm really happy about. That's a good look. But look how the assault players are pushing, right? He's pushing that 7.6. Got 2 assault players pushing him over here, which is going to be a problem. But you see he's opting to go back behind the barbed wire again. He's gathered enough intel. He decided that was a better play. So I am a fan of that play there. Who do we have? They've got Sherm. We've got PBS member. And we've got Snowball. So they're doing a good job there. But they've got to be very careful not to get caught here. See if those UTC players can get round through there. They can come around behind there. Cause real problems on the beach. Look at this map control at the moment by UTC. They're pushing into the side. They should probably move those garrisons up a bit. I wouldn't mind seeing a garrison further up. Those 2 garrisons are nice there. Though, you know, the OPs are doing front door hold. Garrison's holding the back door. It's real nice. PBS did manage to get a garrison up there. I didn't see. And oh, sorry, we're taking some tank engagement right now. It's the medium versus the 7.6. And it's not looking good for him. Who's the medium tanker? We got 3-man tank there, MCD, Authenticus and Cadus. And he's choosing to push back towards that medium. And that's a risky move here. I'm not going to lie. He's got a risky play over here. Considering our tank is just up there. And he's getting swarmed by 2 assault players. And he's getting swarmed. You better shoot the ground and do not stop there. What's our spotter doing? Spotter, you've opted for a bad move there, my friend. You've just been satchel charged. You must have been satchel charged. I don't see it. Yep, there's our satchel charge. Oh, he's taking hits as well from the tank. It's not a good look right now for our 7.6. It looks like this might be the end of his story, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they got the satchel. Yep, there's the satchel, unfortunately, for our 7.6. He's gone. Good work to those assault players managing to take out that 7.6 over there. I think they did a great job at flanking around both sides and taking him out. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so let's move on. Let's see what the next part is. There's another got full control over the north side. That Sherman, they needed a bit of tank support with him. You know, he's hanging around in the north by himself. You know, that job, nothing for him to really do there but get swarmed. And right now you see the PBS team is holding the center point here, but the UCT is flanking around the outside and swarming them around there. They got to get an infantry squad to lock down this north side. Again, there's no garrison up here, so there's no radar system here. This is an issue. I need a garrison system over here somewhere. Maybe around here would be good. You know, to at least alert you when they're coming in. We've got a garrison in the south, which is good. But because we're under so much pressure here, I would definitely take an option to get another garrison even further south. The garrisons are really, really lacking at the moment, and maybe spawning some more light tanks in this scenario might be good to help hold the line a bit. Let's see what these guys are doing around here. Anyway, they're holding midpoint here, WN71, holding the line. We are going to have the enemy infantry pushing in shortly, but we've got the mediums on position. A repair station around WN71 would be a good look right now. You need some repair stations, you know, it's just to have something for the tanks to fall back on. When they defend, they can just reverse in and go and get some defense work going. That'd be a nice look. And he just took a big hit. Where did he take that hit from? Was it the medium up there? Don't tell me it was the medium all the way on that side of the map. Or was it the AT player? I can't believe it was... Was it possibly the medium? What's he aiming at? Let's see what's he looking at. Okay, no, he's just looking into point... Okay, maybe it wasn't. Oh, well, there are two of them here. You can see we've got a medium tank, two mediums, two P4s. They're going to push in here now, and if PBS doesn't have some nice tank support to deal with this, it's going to be a real rough time for them, chat. It's going to be a rough time for them over here. They really need to get some kind of defensive structure. Need some tanks up here. Someone's got to get in that heavy. We've got to get that heavy up, but they can't go up here. You see, this area is too hot. It's too hot up here. Look at these players here. Two OPs, Garrison and OP Garrison, spread beautifully over there. Tanks trying to come up here. They're done for. They're not going to get up there. The UTC have the top of the hill. They have control over that hill.
Welcome, Cafoint.
We are not going to get PBS regaining this control easily. Even if they manage to take some players off, it's going to be respawning. You know, so that's a bad look. And look at this player here in the back line. Who's this? Tolka is just sneaking up in the back here. This guy's going to make a really big play here, you know. I mean, he's managed to sneak up right behind the enemy line. He's going to take out a couple of players here, I would say. It might be a game of who spots who first. Got two in the trench line. He doesn't know those two players over there.
Welcome, Thiventa98.
And it's a good time to sneak up on him and take him out there, Hauserberg. Lovely job, Hauserberg. Good work. You've just saved your team there, my friend. Good work saving your team. UCT's sacrificing some players, trying to push on the front line, adding pressure, which is obviously an important thing to do. Yeah, we've got this little bit of tank repair over here with mediums pushing in. Both medium. Oh no, it's not even the medium, it's the Panther. And look at this, guys. I really look how this player Hunter is using the Panther as a cover as he was pushing up there. We're going to have the Panther and the P4 rolling into this point here together. Panther's backing up the P4. I mean, that's a problem. He can even be a sacrificial lamb at this point, gathering intel for our Panther over there, who's just going to be taking all the distractions right now. This is going to be a bit of an issue there. He's not in a good spot. He needs to... Oh, and our Sherman medium is down. He got caught off guard.
Welcome, Brown Bedels.
Double tank there. Action, just taking him out. Let's have a state of map at the moment. We've got 3 garrisons on defense. I'm happy with those 3 garrisons. But, you know, we're going to need another one. I'd need another garrison up here in the north. You know, we got to spread some more garrisons out and have something to control that northern sector with. You know, I think there's a lack of garrisons here right now. UTC pushing in really hard with the spread. And this spread, they're coming around from all the sides here, you know, at once. And PBS are now in like a turtling position, which being turtled and surrounded is not great unless we can get a breakthrough in the south here. To be honest, what I'd like to see right now from PBS is a Recon tank south spawn, pushing south and north and trying to clear up some of the stuff in the back over here. I know they can't predict where the things are, but you know, being surrounded like this, you can kind of get an idea. We've got infantry on point, no tanks. This point will be lost. And unfortunately for PBS, they have the hardest point. One of the hardest points in the base is to get out of HQ. they got to get off this dreaded beach, guys. This beach is a real problem, you know, because first you got to get through all these damn obstacles. But then you got to get off the beach, up these rocks, and up the cliff, you know. So it's a real issue trying to get off this beach most of the time, and I do feel sorry for them because they're a bit desperate here. They've had to take the 7-5, unfortunately for them as well. That's not a good look. But it looks like the infantry of PBS, they're managing to rally up a little bit. They might hold this line for longer than we think. Garrison's going down fast though. This is where some supplies on the beach would be nice. You can rebuild garrisons if you need to. Let's see where the 7th-5 is going. He is heading up down the road and he's going for a big flank, and I think that's quite a smart move, to be honest. No, he's going to go up the front, but he got caught on the signpost. You see these signposts, these signposts are strong, man. You know, I mean, tanks do not drive through signposts, ladies and gentlemen. You know what signposts, in World War II, you know, back in the day, things were built different, and signposts, you know, they were just a different breed. You know, they actually were considering making tanks out of signposts, but they decided not to because it was too expensive, and they felt like it might be too powerful if they start making their tanks, you know, and then like just smash over the other team. So obviously they couldn't do that, you know. They wanted to be a fair fight, of course. So we have 7-5, he's going to have the struggle push up the hill. And the medium's coming up as well, who's falling down the hill, unfortunately. Had a little bit of a slip and slide there. You can tell a little bit of driver mistake there. That can happen, yeah, you can make a little driving mistake there. But once those... Oh no, that was not good for the tracks there. I'd actually stop the tank, I'd get out and rep those tracks ASAP, PBS team. You can't go your tank up there with damaged tracks. That's not a good look for you when you know you've got tanks on the top hill waiting for you. Let's have a look at what the tank situation is right now. We got a heavy. I believe that's the Panther. We've got the medium there, P4. We've got the Panther in the back. I'm not sure where the Tiger is. Oh, there's the Tiger. Tiger's hanging out. Tiger's hanging out at West Veerville. Okay, and I really like that, to be honest. I like that the Tiger is hanging around here. Just, of course, he's a slow guy, so he's going to take his time getting here, but yeah, I'm not desperate for him to push into point, to be honest. I would really like to see him holding this northern sector. I think he's going to do that. Hold this northern sector, push pressure down onto the beach. And look, we finally got that garrison up there in I3, that one I was talking about earlier. I'm a big fan of that I3 garrison. I'm glad they managed to get that I3 garrison up. That's going to let them have a bit more control in the north. But once that Tiger turns up there, they are going to be done over there anyway. Without the tank support, I'm hoping they stuck some mines down in the sector. You know, when you're losing positions, try and get those mines down as much as you can when you're losing positions, so that your team, while your team's falling back and the enemy push in, you can maybe catch some tanks out. And if you catch any tanks out with mines, it can allow your team for some momentum, you know, to regain momentum, have time to build garrisons. So, no, this Tiger's in a beautiful spot right now. I really like what he's doing here. I don't think there's anything to observe there. It's infantry. He's going to hold that point. Let's go back to WN71 and let's go see what the story is on point here. Now we see the medium, the Panzer IV over here. Where was that Panther? Panzer IV engaging the 7-5. 7-5 is going to lose that battle. Now, right now that Sherman needs to come out and engage that. Oh, he did it. The timing was perfect, guys. I'm sorry I missed the video of that, but that was lovely. Although, we got a satchel here, I think. We got a satchel. We have another satchel on our poor 7-5. He is done for. They did manage to kill the assault player, but the satchel's going to take out the 7-5. He was not able to save the day, unfortunately. Sherman a little bit late to try and look for this dismantle. He has just found it, but 2 seconds too late. Sherman 7-5 is down. Now we do have... we lost the medium as well. That means Panther just took out the medium. I did not see that part happen. But it seems like Panther has taken out the medium. And the UTC have full control over WN71. Pushing back and controlling the top hill. You know, recovering from this scenario is hard. You know, really, really hard. Now what I'd like to see for a recovery here from the from PBS. You see, look how UTC have control of the hill on all sides. We need garrisons right now, chat. We need garrisons south. I'd get a squad leader with one support, build a garrison. Another squad leader with another support, build a garrison. And if you have a southern push, you can start flanking this. You see, like, I did myself in a bit with that. You got to understand that, you know, you got, you got,
You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't expect that. I guess I didn't plan my life very well here. So, what I would say over here, you know, you got to get those garrisons up in the south and rebuild garrisons upwards while trying to hold the line with the tanks. They're going to have a rough time over here, though. You know, this, look how that tiger is just causing damage over here. He can just hold this slip road here. No infantry can get up there with that tiger holding that sector. You know, we got one garrison in the north, one in the south. Luckily, they got center HQ still, but you know, how much can you hold center HQ off against a tank, which looks like we got the Panther on the hill. There's the Panther, and he is just slipping this position here, watching down onto the beach, and he's going to take out what looks like the medium all the way in the boat there. He's not going to, and another tank that's just gone down. I did not catch what kind of tank that was, but we have our medium there in the boat. The Panther's about to take him out. There's one hit on the medium in the beach, and with a we managed to get a garrison up to W71. That's a good news, but we got no control of the beach anymore. PBS is going to have a hard time over here, particularly. They're going to have a hard time to recapture this point with no garrisons here. Yeah, I think that's certainly looking like a GG at this point, guys. There's no control on the point at all.
For the cheer.
And that basically means that without that point control, it looks like it is. It looks like that is the end of the match. So I'll say a GG to UTC taking the W there. Those with superior garrison and outpost placement, I would say superior garrison and outpost placement. They managed to beat the PBS team. You know, and it's again a good example of how those garrisons are winning games. I think that was I think that was the biggest mistake there. This is the biggest mistake there, I would say, is the fact that the garrison placement was won by the UTC team. So that's interesting, but again, you know, I think they had a lot more experienced players in their team, so I'm not completely surprised. But PBS, you know, they did a good job. I think they can maybe work a little bit on some placement of garrisons. The players seem like they play fine, good players, I would say, but you know, you can see the experience in some of these players here. It's high levels in both these teams. So that was as far as I understand, that is that match completed. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do that match, and I hope you guys enjoyed the match. Let me know, guys. Do you want to see me casting more matches like that? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the old comments if you'd like to see me casting more matches. And I think that is something that can be arranged. Okay, so until next time, guys, big love. Big love. I'm pretty sure there isn't another match. Just double check that. Pretty sure that's the end of that match. Yeah. So so big love, everyone. That was loads of fun, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, see you on the next one for the next cast or video. Peace.